of fear. We all have fear, and we all raised, when we're young, we're sponges, and our parents tell us not to get into too much trouble, and if you are, you're disciplined, and basically we're all operating out of fear and these social constructs of, oh well, you have to fit in. And Emerson is saying, kind of, people will come to you if you um live kind of on your own path, and they'll come to you. So it is scary growing up, especially like in high school when you're a teenager. There's a part of you that's rebellious, but then there's also a part of you who's listening to society, and that's just natural. But he's trying to tell you that you're not really, life isn't really worth living if you're gonna, constantly have other people in your head. And the more you listen to them, it's okay to listen to them if it agrees with your soul, I'll say. But yeah, you want to continue to disrupt the world in because that's what your heart's telling you. And yeah, it just feels like you want. I think everybody's different for a reason, and yeah, we're all trying to paint a different life. And if we all conform, then I'll let Emerson explain. Here was a good one. I chide society, I embrace solitude, and yet I am not so ungrateful as not to see the wise, the lovely, and the noble-minded, as from time to time they pass my gate. Where is the one on? Certain state of thought is the common origin of very diverse works. It is the spirit, not the fact, that is identical. I actually don't know what the hell he's saying there. What I must do is that all that concerns me, not what the people think. He's saying that it's just all about nonconformity. And I remember I was embracing this when I was at Davidson a dozen years ago. I want to end with a good one. I don't want to take too much time. Ooh, this is disappointing. Well, here's a good one to end on. I'll keep it short. I'll chop it down. Every great man is unique. So, I'd say we're wired to get external validation, because then that'll keep us safe. I mean, we are herd animals. We're pack animals, groups. We form gangs, parties, houses, families, but that doesn't mean that we can't go out on our own and lead. We are the leaders of our own lives. And it's extremely difficult, I feel like, with social media, to listen to people that, I think people speak differently on social media than they do in real life. They're ballsy on social media because they're not held accountable. They're just sitting in front of a damn laptop or their phones, and not really being punished. And unfortunately, like, the impressionable people can, I think to get likes, it's only natural, try to be someone they're not. And I feel like I've been a fraud. I think I might have mentioned that on this podcast, and I'm just grateful to survive and to have learned and gained wisdom from what I've been through, because I lost myself in my ex-girlfriend, and it just feels so great to be back, and I'm grateful to have that wisdom gleaned from that experience, and that's what I look at it as a learning experience. And I've done a thorough quote. He's also a transcendentalist, like Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it was Thoreau that lived in a cabin, I think 2 years. When I say everything, 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days. He lived by himself and took care of himself, and that's definitely the best way to live peacefully. And whether or not there's a reason, it just is. That's just reality. Is that you want to find inner peace. You kind of you have to find a fit of what works for you and what doesn't, and take out anything that doesn't really speak to you. So with that, I'll pass. Definitely more to come, but as of now, I don't know if I'm speaking to anyone here, so give me a shout if you're still listening to this podcast, and eternally grateful if that's the case. So I love y'all. I'll close with be yourself. Don't want to make it too much of a cliche, but it really is the key to living a happy, more peaceful life. So Casey out. Peace. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me get some pimping in it. This is Casey Huckle. I appreciate you finishing my episode of Keep It 100. I only ask that, as a valuable listener of mine, wherever you may be, you rate and review my podcast, Keep It 100, on iTunes and or Apple Podcasts. And if you do that, I may show up on the new and noteworthy section of iTunes like every other famous person. Because just like you and LL Cool J, I need love. And maybe one day I could quit my day job and podcast into the sunset. So I'm Casey Huckle. That'll do it. Keep it 100 out. Peace.